Hello everyone, my name is Oitro, and today I'll try to have a conversation with ChatGPT about our class 9's English textbook's first chapter, which is entitled Sense of Self. So, yeah, let's get into it. Hey, so can you talk about the chapter Sense of Self? And yeah.
Of course. So the chapter Sense of Self is all about how we form our identity. It shows different people going through personal journeys, like Mr. Moti, a boy who feels out of place, and a girl who breaks free from traditional roles. They all deal with societal expectations, but by the end, they kind of find a deeper, more confident sense of who they really are.
I see. So, can you check the current lessons in the chapter Sense of Self? Like what it's entitled as. Like one of them is Mr. Moti, one of them is Girl, and there's a poem called Oh Me, Oh Life. Can you like briefly talk about them and give me the names of the writers?
Sure. In the Sense of Self chapter from the Class 9 to 10 English textbook, there are three main lessons. First, Mr. Moti by Rahata Beer, then Dural by Jamaica Kincaid, and finally a poem, O Mio Life by Walt Whitman. Each explores different aspects of identity and self understanding.
Can you like briefly talk about them, like what they go through?
Yeah, for sure. So in Mr. Moti, the story follows a boy who feels insecure because of his appearance. He feels like an outsider, but over time he learns to accept himself. In Girl, it's a single intense monologue from a mother to a daughter, filled with advice about how to behave in society, and the girl's internal struggle with that. Then O Mio Life is a poem by Walt Whitman where he questions the meaning of life, but by the end he finds hope and purpose in continuing on.
I see. That might not be the most accurate explanation, but I suppose this is somewhat close enough. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so can you like tell me how this might be useful for me as a student? Like, what will I gain from like reading it?
Yeah, for sure. So reading this chapter helps you get more attuned with who you are and why you act the way you do. It also gives you this lens to see how society and culture shape us. Plus, in exams or essays, you'll be able to connect personal identity to bigger themes, so it's really helpful for critical thinking.
I see. So you think I'll surely gain this things after reading this?
Exactly. It's one of those chapters that stays with you. Once you reflect on it, you start seeing yourself and others in a more insightful way. So, yeah, you'll definitely get some deep personal growth out of it, along with the academic skills.
So you think that I'll get like some growth from reading it. But do you think that this is enough? Like, is this chapter enough to know the idea of having a sense of yourself, or is there more to it?
Yeah, good point. The chapter's a solid start, but honestly, a sense of self is a lifelong journey. This chapter gives you the basics, like how society and experiences shape you, but it's just a foundation. You'll probably keep discovering more as you go through life, so stay curious.
So, can I get some brief and short, like, let's say, advice on how I could know myself after reading this chapter and all?
Yeah, for sure. Keep it simple. First, take time to reflect. Think about what you love, what makes you anxious, and what you value. Second, talk to different people, friends, family, teachers, because their perspectives give you clues. And third, stay open to change. Who you are now might evolve, and that's totally okay.
I see. So, thanks for your opinions and advices. But at last, I would like to ask you a question if you are okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ask me anything you've got on your mind. I'm here for it.
So, basically, just give a rundown on the chapter, like your opinions, and basically the idea it's trying to teach itself. So, go on.
Yeah, for sure. So the chapter Sense of Self is basically about how we discover who we are, how things like family, culture, and everyday experiences shape us. Each story, like Mr. Moti or Girl, shows a character dealing with expectations and trying to figure out their own path. In my opinion, it's super useful because it pushes you to reflect on your own identity, and it reminds you that self awareness is a lifelong process. So the big idea is be mindful, stay curious, and know that your sense of self will grow with time.
Okay. So, thanks for having this conversation with me. I enjoyed it and I learned some new things from talking with you. So, yeah, thank you.
Of course, I'm really glad it helped you out. If you ever want to chat more about it or anything else, just hit me up. I'm here.
So that was my little conversation with ChatGPT about our first chapter. It gave a brief like rundown and all, but it couldn't really get the exact story of the lessons. But I suppose it did good. So yeah, and that's all for today. And that's my conversation of today. Yeah, thank you for listening to me. And yeah, that's all.